Hey guys, what's up everyone? We got Simia against Brofist. For those of you that don't know, Simia is a French player. He's actually 2-0 in SSPL. I believe he beat Sacri in his debut, and he also won last week. And then Brofist, I don't think he needs any introduction. He's one of the best players throughout Generation 6, 7, 8, you name it. Pretty much all these generations he's been going around and dominating. Oh fuck, we also have a black-white game. I'll bring you guys the black-white game later. It's just another, it's literally the same 6 we've seen before. Yeah, looks pretty cool. So maybe I'll get that post narration so I'll get more analysis into this. But anyway, we got some first week of SS action. I know you guys wanted to see some more current gen stuff, so why not? On Simia's side, we got a bit more of a balanced team. We got a cool dual electric core, dual fairy core, and honestly, just kind of interesting type combinations there. But more importantly, Zora has been really running wild. We see it on both ends here. John also has a really cool Pokemon Kyurem. We got Freeze Drive for those who don't know. So with some chip on that Rotom Heat, definitely can do a lot of work. In addition, Aegislash looks great because there's no Ghost Resist on Simia's side. However, Primarina could potentially be a threat on Simia's side. I've seen trapping sets. I think Specs might have some niche ability as well. And that would really go in here. Specs Hydro Pump would do a ton to this, but to wait and see, of course. Anyway, right off the bat, John is going to retreat to his Corviknight, and Simia's going to go to Rotom Heat. So that's a nice turn for Simia to get things started. He's probably going to get some Volt Switch damage off on Como to get momentum, or maybe even the status if he's trying to kind of mid-ground between that, tripling that. And looking at Zora. I suppose Clefable's a fine play from John as well, but that wouldn't quite like coming in a nasty plot and he'd be forced right back to the Como. So yeah, we'll wait and see. Pretty tight series though, Raiders versus Sharks. Two teams really in the brink of playoff contention. Actually, I think the Sharks might be in the playoff, and the Raiders are kind of right now outside looking in, or maybe vice versa. I'm not quite sure, honestly. I know my team's first, early, and then Runer's second. Okay, another switch there. Simia looking great so far. It's a Clefable in on Como, but it's probably just going to be Rocks. Actually, no, it might be Rocks Foul. We've been seeing more of that this generation than previously. So he's just going to fire off a Moonblast in the Corviknight and do 13%, get this drop, which does not matter whatsoever. Seeing his Corviknight usually just uses physical attacks and body press. We're going to see U-turn here in the Pharaoh. It's going to get some Iron Barb chip, but that's also going to allow for John to take back the momentum. He's going to bring the Como in here. Potentially threaten this with Body Press or even the slightly less common Flamethrower. Or he could set up Rocks if zoned as one of the fire types comes in all likelihood. I wouldn't blink if I wouldn't really be surprised if the Pharaoh would just go for a knock, but nah, he's gonna go for the conservative play, just go to Clefable here, as John expected to go for the Stealth Rock. It's fine. So now John has Rocks up, which is pretty good. Corviknight can defog those, but Body Press, especially paired with Iron Defense, can do a number to it, the Corviknight. So I'll have to keep a lookout for that. Worth noting that I believe that Moonblast was not Life Orb damage. We'll have to wait and see though. He's going to go for Flame and only does 33, so I'm thinking it's probably Leftovers Clef. We've been seeing more Life Orb ever since Home Meta came out, honestly, but they're both still pretty solid. Both items, Leftovers and Life Orb, but Clefable is just the best Pokemon in the metagame. Anyway, Corviknight's going to roost up, unsurprisingly, and now we're going to see U-turn again into the, oh my god, so many games. We also have Santo versus Raptor. Oh, but Sancho's using this awful team. We also have Sulk versus George, but I don't give a shit about GSC. I mean, fuck this tier. Anyway, we're going to see a knockoff into the Clef. It's going to knock off Leftovers, so it's not some trick tomfoolery. So let's see. Clef could potentially threaten Flamethrower, so Pharaoh might want to be hesitant, even if it should live one without the Life Orb boost or any special attack investment in all likelihood. I would be shocked to see Rotom Heat come in if it is in fact a nasty plot heavy duty boost variant, but if it's a trick scarf variant, which is getting less and less common with time, admittedly, then maybe he'll be a bit more hesitant to take Rocks damage and potential attack, especially if Trick could be scattered out with a potential Protect. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure Simia has a means of checking opposing Fable, and his own Clefable is going to be the answer here, which is fine. John's going to actually pick his Zora, perhaps predicting the Corviknight, or just try and take advantage of the Ferrothorn. That works too. Unfortunately, though, I don't think it's going to be able to break through this Clefable unless it's a special defensive variant. We've been seeing more physical defense as of late. In theory, it could be bulk up. Apparently, Frania's game is looking bleak on one side or the other, according to the chat. I'm not going to comment on that during this narration. But I'm kind of curious now. Um, Take a look at that on my phone. Anyway, we're gonna see the Moonblast there. It's gonna do 15, unsurprisingly. Now we're gonna see a U-turn. Okay. Yeah, it's a shame there's so many games at once, and I hate doing the game stack. We're gonna just see a conservative softball there from Simia. He's yet to get rocks up or really make any progress. If you make a notice, I mean, only thing damage is core if it's at 79, but that could easily boost up. So yeah. So Fable, however, is going to reveal its Calm Mind variant. So Calm Mind Flamethrower is really great in this metagame. And John actually does look a bit unsettled against it, but Iron Head is going to do a number. However, he's going to take the Iron Barbs, but he still has leftovers intact, so that's good. Excuse me. Now we're going to see another U-turn. Again, Barbs damage. So it brings down to 66%, two-thirds health, but that's still plenty. Um, hmm. Um, Simia is going to unfortunately disconnect, but reconnect them automatically. I think Como is a nice play there, yeah. I could see a double into Aegislash here from John. Finally, the rocks are going to go up from Simia. The main issue with that double potentially would be that Pharaoh, again, it could potentially just stand and knock here, but it's going to be taking 50, 55%. He's going to go for a bit of mid-guard going to Clefable, knowing that if D knocks, predicting that, it'd be fine. But also, it is a better matchup against opposing Clefable than Como O, which just is forced out immediately. And John's really kind of known for making those nice kind of mid-ground plays. Now Clefable on John's side is going to be able to be a Wish variant, interestingly enough. And it is heavy-duty boots, Rotom from Simia, which is not too surprising. It's probably just speed controls Aurora, which is honestly fine in this metagame. Nasty Plot, Hydreigon is checked by Primarina, so therefore kind of is nice against anything that's not like offensive Gengar. I guess Hex variants are kind of checked by Rotomage while switching around. But Sludge get annoying. Yeah, honestly, it's almost, I really feel like some of these teams just beat the Gengar because of the Zeraora's only speed control. Anyway, a nice play there. Predicting the Como, perhaps. Simi's going to go right back to Clefable, and now he could potentially get a Calm Mind up or threaten the Corviknight slash Aegislash with the Flamethrower. I don't see a Moonblast here. I don't really think that's worth it. Um, so he's going to Calm Mind on a Roost, okay. And then, I'm sorry, Calm Mind, and then Roost in the following turn, but Flamethrower is going to do 48. So it's doing a little under half, okay. Interesting. Um, Another Roost here. Simi's going to make a very conservative play and go to the Rotom here. Not wanting to pursue that, risking Iron Head flinches quite yet in this position. Discharge here, though. If he landed the paralysis, that would have been really good for Simia. However, he isn't quite going to do that. U-turn's going to come out, and now we're going to see the Kyurem. It's going to take Stealth Rex as well, so it's almost definitely going to be a Specs variant. So a Draco here could potentially kill the Rotom if it's a bit more of an offensive variant. Especially defensive Rotom Edge is actually picking up a little bit to check things like this. And also with Gengar, able to switch into like a Metronome Shadow Ball, a couple of things. However, that is Specs, and he's going to predict the Clefable or the Pharaoh. I'm knowing Primarina also isn't safe because Freeze Dry, and he's going to nail the Kyurem. The Kyurem's going to nail the Pharaoh through with a 64% Ice Beam, which is huge. And to make matters worse, for Simia, we're going to see the Primarina come in, knowing that it's Specs locked in the Ice Beam. But it's going to take a crit and a freeze from that Ice Beam. So it's going to do 34%, and it's going to mean that he's going to have to Scald here if he has it. And if it's a Whirlpool variant, he might not even have it, so we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, it's going to remain frozen, so that's pretty rough. So yeah, that looks like a really nice sequence for John there. Definitely a fortunate one as well, but who knows? I think he definitely had a potential to win regardless of that. But now it looks even better. That much is for sure. We're going to see a Wish here from Clefable, and again, another kind of conservative pivot-oriented play. I couldn't very well see him going into the Como here. However, I could also see him taking a bit more of an aggressive route and saying, okay, you could discharge and potentially paralyze my Kyurem, but I could have a 50-50 shot to nail the correct play and probably get a kill with Man Kyurem once I pivoted in. So we'll wait and see. Because that also combats potential nasty plot. Because staying in with Clefable, really not an option in the long haul if you're not a Combine variant or like Toxic. Just because otherwise it's just going to set up on you and get a kill. He's going to go to Como here though, which is fine. On the nasty plot, so yeah, we're just probably going to get a +2 volt switch here. Um, Nothing out of the ordinary, which probably is going to do about 20, 25%, depending on if there's any special attack events. He's going to actually immediately retreat. Oh, you know what? It revealed discharge, so it's probably not going to be Volt Switch. It's probably going to be like Substitute or Thunder Wave or Wisp, which honestly wouldn't have been the end of the world to set up. But seeing as oh, you know, it could also be Pain Split. There are a lot of options there on Rotom. But seeing as he switched, he probably didn't want to pursue the 1v1 against the Como, and it doesn't have Volt Switch, so that makes a lot of sense. Anyway, another nice pivot there from Simia, pressuring the Corviknight once more with his own Rotom that he doubled in, and now he's going to go right back to Clefable. So, I mean, they're nice plays, but they're not really making much progress for Simia, unfortunately, just because leftovers negates the Stealth Rock and the Como there. He doesn't seem to want to pursue the Clefable versus you know what? This is Life Orb Clefable, but it's Max's Defense Life Orb. The really good set. The one that Sakura used against Heal. It's been around for a little bit. Yeah, that's definitely Life Orb damage. Okay. Really nice play there from Simia, and I love this physical defensive Life Orb set. It really doesn't even get too KO'd by like Timid Dog, which most people are running to outrun Rack and Keldeo nowadays. And on top of that, you're gonna get knocked half the time anyway, so you might as well get a couple attacks off that are stronger because leftovers aren't gonna stay for the long run. And it also bluffs being Trick plus Sticky Barb or Choice Scarf or whatever item you may choose, Iron Ball, you name it. So yeah, I really love Life Orb on the Combine variant. Now Simia's Electra just gonna fodder off the Ferrothorn to get a little more chip and see if this is physical or special edge slash. It's gonna reveal itself to be physical, which in my mind makes a lot of sense. It complements the Kyurem quite nicely. And on top of that, having priority on teams with only Zero as a speed control is quite valuable. It helps especially against Gengar. Although Gengar can be checked potentially by Como in the short haul, depending on what move set it is. But anyway, it's going to be 6-5 lead for Brofist because of that. However, there's a lot of chip on the Sage slash, so progress has been made on both sides at this point. Yeah, Freeze is really unfortunate for Simi, as it seems as if the Primarina lacks Scald on its moveset. It's probably like Moonblast, Whirlpool, Perish Song, and Rest or Protect. I've seen that a bit recently. I believe Soulgazer on my team used that, but unfortunately it was not able to do much in this game. Anyway, the Zora is going to come in and try and Revenge Kill it, and he's going to instead encounter a Como O Pivot, which is only going to take 14%, and it reveals itself to be leftovers. Play Rough from Zora, oh god, would not kill this, but for whatever reason, he's not going for Bulk Up or Play Rough if he even has it. He's going to go for Plasma Fist, predicting some switch, and take a 70% Earthquake. So now all of a sudden, Brofist is a pretty sizable advantage, I would say. Yeah, I think Simia may have gotten a little overly idealistic there with that second Plasma Fist. Just because Player Up did kill the Como regardless, and that's a fine trade for Brofist, especially considering that he actually has Wish on his team. So, um, excuse me, sorry. We're going to see a defog there finally from Corviknight. It's still going to be pretty low, though. It's only a little bit above half health as the Rotom comes in once again to try and threaten it out. Nasty Plot up, make some progress on its own, perhaps. That defog is noteworthy, however, as now Simia is incapable of setting up rocks because his rocker, Ferrothorn, was his, well, A, switch into Kyurem to take the Ice Beam, which did a boatload, and B, initial choice of fodder against Edge Slash. However, rocks on both his sides are going to be delayed as well, as he tries to go to Como, but he's blocked by Fable coming on in there to threaten it out. As you see Moonblast there, that defensive Life Orb damage. Yep. Zoro is going to come in here on Roost. That's a smart play. Not only is he going to grant him leftovers, but he could potentially pose a threat with a combination of Plasma Fists, Knockoff, and Play Rough. He's going to get that knockoff there in the Como, which is great. It's going to stop the leftovers recovery. I don't know. I don't think Player kills from this range either. Apparently, there's a lot of tense shit going on in this black white game. I'm probably gonna post narrate that once this game ends. My roommate should be gone until the next 40 minutes or so. So hopefully this ends quicker rather than later. If not, then maybe I'll get it tomorrow. There's also the Pearl John W game, which happened. No, not Pearl. Yeah, Pearl John W happened earlier, and Ryza versus Steve Angelo happened earlier. So I'll try and get all of those. But I really want to see Solo and Pasha. I think that's my favorite black white game of the week. So yeah, that's cool too. Anyway, we're gonna see a taunt on the default there. Taunt Como has actually been picking up in usage quite a bit, so it's pretty cool. Corp's gonna come in here. Clef, okay. She can threaten with Iron Head once more. Just that discharge paralyzed earlier. I think that would have been a pretty favorable outcome for Simia in the long haul against this Clef. But I think that the Clef low key. Oh, crit there on a soft. Okay, he seems to have predicted it. Oh god, there's some fuckery going on in this black white game. I'm gonna check in my phone again because people are like getting mad. Anyway, we're gonna see U-turn in the meantime. Um, okay, now we're gonna go back to Corv Knight on the other Corv Knight. You can fog because yeah, your rocker's dead, so you might as well. U-turn here. Zero's gonna come in, so now that actually can pose a threat, especially if it's a bulk up variant or that Clef. You can knock off the live orb at least. It's actually gonna erode him. I'm not sure about that. I guess that's fine. Um, yeah. So nasty plot on the Como. Maybe you'll pursue it this time around. I'm trying to figure out what the last move on this is. Oh, Overheat's gonna miss there, which sucks. Is Como also is not leftovers. I'd have to really be wished up after that. Plus Overheat would probably do about 40, 44. Alright, so it's gonna kick the following turn. But a body press is gonna put him all the way down into stealth rock range. So that's worrisome. That's gonna go Fable on the body press again. So Fable, unfortunately for Jimmy's gonna get crit. So John is definitely lucking out here between the freeze, the dodge, and now this pretty inconsequential crit. I guess you never know how far damage can go. Let's wait and see. Jimmy's gonna disconnect once more. Um, that's unfortunate, and that's awkward for me. So just I guess talk about other shit at the moment. My team, the Cryonicles, we were down 2-6. I think it was like 2-2 or 2-3, and then we just lost a bunch of Oldian games 2-6. But then we won 3 games this morning, so now it's 5-6. It comes out a little cup, so that's pretty dope. Hopefully we'll get the tie, and that'll give us the 10th point. I'm looking forward to that. One way or another, games can be in like 2.5 hours. Anyway, we see a flame there predicting the Corp Knight. Nice play. Um, Ironhead's gonna flinch. Ironhead's gonna flinch once more, and John is quite lucky today. Wow. Really unfortunate for Simia, who had a nice matchup with this Fable. John did risk the discharge para, but I think John's played a solid game, all things considered. I don't really know if he could have won with this being paralyzed, though. So there was always like a 30 some odd percent chance of shit going south. But yeah, that aside, John played really solid and he caught the breaks here. That's for sure. Is he gonna be able to heal up this Clefable is my question. If he is, then it's always gonna have a chance. Oh shit. This aura skin that's happening right now, I might have to narrate as well. Wow. Real tense shit happening. Simia's connection is pretty shit, to be honest. But yeah, looking at the matchup position, Zorora looks really nice for John now. Pretty much wins, I'd say. Ironhead's actually just going to take out the Clefs. That's really bad. I don't know why I didn't go Clorf. Trying like five, I don't know, but whatever. We're going to finally see that defog. That could help. However, it's going to be on a U-turn to Zorora. And again, this is a major threat. I mean, Plasma Fist is obviously going to do a number to his Corviknight. Probably won't kill it in one, do a number. Opposing Zorora is weakened and in range for something like close combat or potentially even knockoff. I'm not quite sure about that. Primarina slower dies and it's frozen, and Rotom is in range. So yeah, I don't see a way out here for Simia. Um, I'm tired. Oh, and it's bulk ups. Yeah, that's a good game. John's gonna just win 6-0 here, pretty much. Now. Yeah, that's the game. Hope you guys enjoyed. Us Finch. Peace.